Today on FTRTV, we're going to do an update on this Cade 900 PR Series 2. Stick around. G'day everyone, my name is David Mai and welcome back to First Time Reefer TV. And boy, has it been a little bit of a break from YouTube, which has been good. We are in stage 4 lockdown down here in Melbourne because of... Why are we in lockdown?
Coronavirus.
Because of the coronavirus, yes. So we are in stage 4, which means we can't leave further than 5 kilometers from our house.
Yeah, but we're just getting the fish tank resorted out for 100 day 98.6.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but so we have been in lockdown. I've taken a break from YouTube because you know, lockdown is hard, and I think if you just need a break, you got to take a break. But I'm coming back. There's a lot of exciting stuff that's happening. There's heaps of stuff that has arrived for our new big tank, hasn't it? What did we just get today?
We just got some rocks, Marco rock.
Marco rock. So we've got some Marco rock.
And
I've got
1,000 of them.
That's it. I've got some of my other running gear coming around, but before we get stuck into the big tank, I really wanted to show some credit to the tank that is here because it is going gangbusters at the moment. It's looking pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? How are the fish?
They good. This the story, and that's a photo box under the frag racks.
Frag racks, isn't it? And what's on the frag racks?
Coral and frag.
Very good. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown of how I run this tank, and I'm sure Aston's going to have a few words to say too, aren't you?
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
let's go.
He's getting the fish tank ready. Then we can get started.
Okay, beautiful. So we've got the tank here. This is my Cade Pro Reef Series 2 900 size tank. I've had this tank for probably close to a year now, and it has taken quite a while to get to the level it is. I actually shared on the MAFA page sort of the progressions, and I'll probably do some rollovers of where this tank started, and obviously this is where it is today. It is jam-packed, full of coral, everything looking really happy. And so I'll run through everything that I am running. So we'll start from the lighting. The lighting up the top there is an Illumagic style with 6 pucks in there, and I'm running the 2 Vitamini strips as well. The lighting schedule is a 12-hour lighting schedule. The Vitaminis turn on first thing in the morning, and then the Illumagic style runs 12 hours as well, but I actually run 2 separate schedules. So I'm not sure if the camera can really pick that up, but I've got a stronger lighting cycle on the back here and a predominantly blue lighting cycle, much softer at the front. And the great thing about the style is that you can run 2 different schedules or multiple different schedules on each individual puck. So the reason why I've done that is because in this tank, along the back section there is all my LPS, so I'm going to run a little bit of a higher and stronger lighting schedule there. And then all the front, along the front here is all my LPS, which obviously likes a little bit less light. So the Vitamini strips are absolutely incredible on this tank because the difference with them and without them. Aston, do you want to go down and turn off the first 2 light switches on the front? Okay. Let me get on this one. Hang on, I'll tell you when. I hope the camera can pick up how much of a difference this makes. So can you turn them both off, please, mate?
This one?
Yep.
This one?
And the other one. Beautiful. So you can see the tank is still quite lit very comfortably with the Illumagic style, because I've got it mounted quite high off the top of the tank there, just for a really good amount of spread on the tank. But you can see a lot of, obviously, shadowing and stuff in here. There's a lot of darkness. Even just amongst all of this, you can see it's just a little bit darker. So now when Aston turns the light switches back on, can you go turn them back on?
Yeah.
So we can show everyone?
Sure.
And this is the difference. You can see everything is just lit up really nicely. These corals underneath here are lit up as well now because I've got them on these angle mounts, and that allows me to adjust anywhere I want them to be on the tank, slide them back, slide them forward, and angle them. So I've got them actually shooting sort of back there so I can get underneath that rock where the style can't because it's sitting above it. So The lighting schedule, the biggest game changer for me on the lighting schedule was actually getting out my Senai Reef monitor and using the par meter function on it to work out the adjustments that needed to be done on my light.
So we just I turned off the light, which is the other time, then I turned it back on, and then we're trying to get the tank running for
That's
like
it.
3 minutes.
Beautiful. So, yeah, the lighting schedule's fantastic on it. So, using the Senai to adjust my light settings was probably one of the biggest game changers for this tank, and I realized I was probably actually running too much light up the top. And obviously getting down to too much down the bottom for my LPS as well. For flow, I've got 2 Nero 5, so I've got one just in there. I've got another one behind this coral box here, and I've actually got a Nero 3, the prototype as well. This one you guys would have seen at the underwater pet expo. I've got it here running on my tank, just running it around. And my friends, when this pump hits the market, this is going to be the one to get for your nano tanks, because it does just a little bit less than your Nero 5 in a smaller form factor, but it does link up to all of them into the My AI app, and I've got them running on a 90-degree phase offset function, which essentially the two pumps that are the slave are just chasing the parent pump by just an offset of 90 degrees. So 180 degrees means it's a complete opposite of the parent pump, and 90 means it's just chasing after. And I find I get a really good random flow. I've got them on a random function as well. I've just played around with a bit of the placement just to get a little bit better coral movement, and it's just, you know, looking fantastic. So that's inside the tank. I do have a UV sterilizer running as well. So this is the Pentair 25 watt UV sterilizer. I've got a plumbed running directly inside the tank. You can see the pump there. It is a little bit uglier, but it guarantees that you're just being really efficient with how you're running a UV sterilizer. I am going to do a follow-up video on that tomorrow, just to give you guys an idea of how to select your UV sterilizer. So that's inside the tank. We'll do a bit of a coral run a bit after. And now Aston's going to give us a tour of the sump underneath here, which is all the life support system. So Aston, I'm going to pull this off. There we go. So what life support systems have we got running under here? You want to jump in there? What's that big thing with all the foam coming out of it?
I don't know.
You don't know? So that one there is the Pax Bellum algae reactor.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah. So that one handles all my nutrient export. I've got that running on a 6-hour schedule.
Yes.
And that filled up that whole canister from a tiny little golf ball of Cade in about, I'd like to say 3 weeks roughly. But I've still got a little bit of high nutrient, but it works for me, so I'm happy to keep it like that. We've got a media reactor here. Yes. I'm running some Aquaforest Zeomix, Aquaforest Carbon, and some Aquaforest Phosphate Minus. We've got the Great White GW7 DC skimmer, which is an absolute beast of a skimmer. I gave the cup a clean just so we could shoot, but you know, the cup is normally filthy. Is doing an incredibly good job, and the more it breaks in, the better it gets. You got some really fine bubbles in there, super easy to adjust, and super silent. Like you can hear the trickle of the water in there more than anything else. We've still got the Skigo titanium heater with the Aqualogic controller. That's come from Fresh by Design. That's been fantastic. Now don't mind the wires, but obviously it's a fair bit. I've got the eCoral controller there. It's just offline at the moment, so I've got to give that a reboot. But eCoral controller, and the probes are in here. That gives me temperature reading, pH reading, gives me my water level as well. That's a fantastic unit. I've got the Pacific Sun Core 7 KH Lab combo here, which is 7-channel doser, and the KH Lab monitors my pH, my alkalinity. I've got that set up to test every 4 hours, and my dosing here. So that's the reagent over there for my KH Lab. And over here I'm running the Seachem Fusion Reef Fusion 1 Fusion 2. Oops. So we've got, yeah, Fusion 1, Fusion 2, and this Echem Reef Plus, which is an amino on a doser, just to round out the trace elements that are in the tank as well. And I reckon since switching to that, I've actually noticed a considerably much healthier load of coral, and it probably has a lot to do with, you know, the correct amount of trace elements. It's a really concentrated form of dosing. At this tank at the moment, stacked like that, I'm currently only dosing 15 mils. Is that right, Aston?
Yeah.
15 mils. Can I get you to jump to the side and then we'll finish filming? You can say bye to everyone.
No, I don't want to finish filming.
You gotta finish. Okay, just wait. And then got a couple of breeder boxes in here. That's got my let me try and get it. That's got my bubble tip nem in there. I'm waiting for that to split, so I've been feeding it heaps. It's got gorgeous color on it, and it does eat like a pig. Sorry, just got interrupted by a phone call, but I've got plenty of frags going on in here. Got some big frags of red 1 to caps. Got some Acan, some Forest Fire Digi, orange Bam Bams, some Chalice, some Zoas. Got some beautiful ones up here as well. Can't really see it, but I've got a Petroglyph up here. And these Acan polyps are massive. They get to the size of like little button scollies. So over on this side, I've got some beautiful glitter gonnies. Let's try and zoom in on, yeah, there we go. Some glitter gonnies, which, you know, that is my jam. Glitter gonnies is absolutely my jam. A couple of Zoas, some other Acans here as well. And then over this side, is it a Desh? Is it a Scully? I'm not quite sure, but regardless, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's just a little bit annoyed at the moment because it's like right in the line of flow from the Nero 5 on the other side there. Just usually got on the front panel. These are my new Coral Studios that I've got here. You can use these to take some fantastic photos of your frags, because we all know that photos sell coral. It just allows to get it out of the tank and give it a nice black background. Hangs onto the side of your tank, designed to fit a 12 mil tank, and completely flat pack, so nice and easy to get shipped to you. I'm actually using it as a bit of coral hospital at the moment because my blue tang was starting to nip at this scully because the auto feeder ran out of food and he got a bit hungry. So he's had a few holes in his flesh, but he's all healed up now. And I've got this guy in there as well. He's been growing like crazy. Little sun-kissed bounce there. But I've got it in there just to keep it out of the way. So not just a photo box, but also a little coral hospital as well. So if you guys want to purchase any of those, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram, and I can sort you out that as well. We got a beautiful rock here full of Zoas. That's a magnetic rock.
You say Dory too?
Yeah, is Dory your favorite fish?
Yeah.
Yeah? And Dory's going to go to the big tank soon, isn't she? Yeah?
He's gonna go to the big tank soon.
The big tank, the big massive swimming pool tank.
He did on the other side.
On the other side. So now we'll go through what's in the tank. Let's run through a bit of coral porn. I've got all of my SPS, like I said, just on that back 2 branches and to the top of the rock there. I'm trying to get these strawberry shortcake as much light as I possibly can, but it's just still not working for me. So I'm gonna see what else I can do there. My Gonny garden is right here. I love Gonnies so much. It's got 2 sections of Gonnies here. So we got that one's a pink with a yellow eye. Got some green ones. Got one of Shane's special at the back there that he's had in aquaculture for a long time. So it's got some super long polyp extension. Nice reddish pink base with some gold tips through the top there. This one here I got from John Arnold. That's a really red Gonny. Some big ones here. This looks a little bit more orange, but that's probably because of the filter. But that's a big red Gonny. Nice bright pink one as well. This one I think is a glitter red, but like not quite glitter like the other ones you see, but there is definitely flecks of glitter in there. This one here is definitely a green glitter. And this one here is the gold dust Gonny. Not many of those floating around at all, but there's actually 2-tone on that color there. And then we got the hammer garden. This beauty's just come in from recently from Lamb. That thing's gorgeous. And I've tried to separate these, and the more I separate, I've just redone it and I've separated and they've just sort of joined back together. They've really puffed up. So, Aston, can you step back for a second so we can show everyone your tank? Move your head, mate. Then a few more pieces. We've got some Scollies in here. Zoas, Echinatas, Fluffy Morphs. That Scolly hasn't made it, unfortunately. Beautiful Acan garden here. Nice chunky gold chalice up the front.
Can I do it
This
now?
Rick here is absolutely gorgeous. That's one of the stars of the tank. And then got a red Monty cap over here. This nuclear torch. Nuclear is a new description that Lamb uses for coral that you need sunglasses to see. It's super
Dad,
bright. So,
Dad.
you know.
So, we got a lot on fish right now. Soon, next door, we're gonna go to the fish. I put some water in it and coral, and then we're gonna put the fish in it.
You're gonna put the fish in it too?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And we're gonna keep this tank too, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Which haven't quite told Mummy yet.
Yeah.
But that's our secret, isn't it? Just kidding. We don't keep secrets from Mummy, do we? All right, let's step back and give everyone a big view of the tank again. But I hope that answers everyone's questions and gives enough of an update for everyone. But it's been a long grind to get the tank to here, and I've had a lot of ups and downs. And I think, you know, putting down the success of how well this tank is going is how much more attention I paid to water quality. And you know, we talk about lighting, we talk about supplements, but I honestly think they all work. It's more so just finding out which one works for you. And for me, the Seachem works for me is because I don't have to keep filling up the dosing reservoirs. I dose a lot less, it is much more concentrated. I'm religious with how I dose my Coral Essentials stuff now. Aston, I just need to jump out of the way, mate. You know, I actually overdose my amino quite a lot, and I think that's, you know, why the Gonnies are so happy, because they love their aminos. But I've just been religious with them. For a while there, I was testing daily just to make sure I wasn't relying so much on my equipment, and if anything was going wrong, I could make adjustments straight away. But it, you know, I tested every single day for a long time just to understand what my tank is doing. And the numbers of my tank now aren't probably what people would call ideal either, because my nitrate is sitting about 12, my phosphate's sitting at 0.08, but I stopped chasing numbers because I realized that it's working for the tank and everything seems happy. And yeah, if I lower the nutrients, I could probably get a lot more color out of the SPS, but I'm happy with where it is at the moment. So, you know, my biggest piece of advice on how to get in tune with your tank is just to test and test and test as much as you possibly can. Because when you have a banging tank, you can't wait to come home, and you have kids. Like this guy is literally at the fish tank every day when I come home, and he just loves feeding the fish and checking out the coral as well. So my number one advice is just to really keep on top of your water quality and water cleanliness, and understanding all your parameters to make sure that they are in check.
So the reef tank that we're gonna have to do now is gonna be on the other side of the fish tank as soon as possible. So we're just gonna finish off the video tomorrow.
Well, we're finishing off the video now, mate, but we'll maybe shoot the big
Okay.
tank another time, so you want to tell them again.
Okay, so it's natural getting the fish out of the small tank, then we're gonna move into the big tank till tomorrow. We're gonna move into the big tank.
It might be a little bit longer than tomorrow before we get all the stuff into the big tank, but we are working very hard to get the new tank going, aren't we?
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that update of my tank and my Cade Pro Reef, and just to understand a little bit about how the tank operates. Hope you've enjoyed touring it with Aston as well, because he's got so many nuggets of information, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, plenty of content to come. I've refreshed, I've taken a break. I've got some exciting news to share with you guys as well, so I can't wait to share that. But my friends, until next time, please, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and until next time, peace out.
Dad, can I say one word out again? So we're natural getting the new tank going. soon as we can. So we're just gonna finish off the video tomorrow. A bit longer though.
Okay. Anything else to say?
We're just naturally gonna feed them twice a day, once again.
Okay. We do feed them twice a day though, don't we? Okay, say bye to everyone.
Bye.
I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Peace.
Peace.